Hey friends, it's Aki here. Hope you're having a good day. Today, I've got a very interesting camera and lens combo to show you. I've been using the Sony A7 III, which is a full-frame camera body, but I paired it with this little Sony 16-50 kit lens, which, as you probably know, it's made for APS-C cameras. Now, I know that sounds like a weird combo. Full frame body with a crop sensor lens, but I've actually been using this setup for a little while now, and honestly, the results kind of surprised me in a good way. So in this video, I want to break down why I decided to use this setup, what the image quality looks like for both photo and video. I will be sharing a bunch of sample shots and of course going over the pros and cons to help you figure out if this combo might actually work for you. So here's the backstory why I even tried this setup. Most of my videos before were shot on the Sony A7 III with the 24-105 f4G lens. And honestly, it's a great lens. It's sharp, stabilized, and just very versatile in general. But the thing is, it's just too heavy, especially when it's zoomed in and the lens extended out. It gets long and bulky. So one day I was filming some product shots. It wasn't the most comfortable posture with my back bended, my head looked down at the LCD screen. I had to keep still for a couple hours for, the smooth videos. But when I was doing that, all of a sudden I felt this snap in my neck. The next thing I know, my entire neck and back just kind of froze. I couldn't turn my head without feeling this sharp pain. Like, this is really bad. And honestly, it felt like I broke something in my body. I had to slowly crawl to the bed to just lie down for the rest of the day. And the pain didn't go away for a few days. And that's when it hit me. Okay, maybe this setup, it's a little bit too much for my body. I film for hours sometimes, and between the posture and the weights of the gear, it was just taking a toll on my body. So I started to look for some lens that's lighter, but I still wanted the zoom and still needed the OSS for video. I looked at the 16-35G power zoom lens at first, but that one's just way too expensive. It's like over $1,000, and it still looks kind of big. And then I thought, hey, what if I tried the 16-50mm kit lens for Sony E-mount? So the 16-50mm kit lens came out less than a year ago for some of the newer Sony crop sensor cameras like the ZV-E10 Mark II. But the camera that I'm using right now, it's the A7 III, which is a full frame. So I figured, okay, I can just turn on the super 35mm mode, and that will turn the 16-50 into something like a 24-75. And that's actually a pretty good focal range to work with. So yeah, I picked it up and took it out for some spring photography like the cherry blossom and the cityscape and by the water. And right away, I noticed how much lighter it felt compared to my old setup. It's so much easier to carry it around, and I wasn't exhausted after shooting. I also like that it has a power zoom button. I know it's not for everyone's favorite, but for me, I like the power zoom button. I think it's really fun. I like zooming it in during video. It gives a kind of a throwback feel, like the old TV shows or documentaries from the early 2000s. And if I want to recomposition quickly, I can just use the focus ring to zoom manually, and that's super fast. You can do it in less than 1 second. Now, in terms of the image quality, well, yeah, it's not a full frame sharp. I think with this combo, you only get around 10 megapixels. But if you have the Sony A7 III, which start with a higher megapixel count, you will actually get a higher megapixel in this situation. But honestly, the image still looks really good. Not super sharp, but it's not soft either. It kind of has this digital look, maybe a bit like those old digicams from the 2000s, and I actually like that a lot. It gives some character to the images. And for the YouTube stuff, I think it's more than enough. And yes, it's gonna be a little noisier too, but it doesn't fall apart, so the footages are totally usable. And for the size, the weight, and the price, I think it's a solid trade-off in my opinion. This lens only costs $300, which is way cheaper than some of the full-frame zoom lens. So yeah, I think I really like this setup, and I'm probably gonna keep using it to make contents from now on. It's very small, compact, got the power zoom, and honestly the image is sharp enough to get the job done. I've actually been thinking about getting a APS-C camera like the Sony A7III for a while now. Like, it's got all the newer tech, better video formats, and stuff like that. But I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, mainly because I still really like my Sony A7III. I think the full-frame camera just has its own unique look that the crop sensor camera cannot replace. So now I'm just gonna stick with this weird middle ground. Part of me wants the newer camera, but another part of me doesn't want to sell the one that I've been using and trust. I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I hope you find this setup interesting, and let me know your thoughts on using APS-C lens on a full-frame camera body. If you tried it before, or if you're thinking about it. Alright, that's it for this one. My name's Aki, take care, and I will catch you in the next video.